The time is now. We need to put our losses behind us. We need to forget what happened in previous games, and we need to have our revenge. And we need to have our revenge on a certain team that's managed by Javi in this universe. And of course that means we're taking on Barcelona, and the beginning of a new era will be only signified by a win today, at least 2. We need to beat Barcelona to go into the next stage of the Champions League. We're gonna do it. I feel like we're gonna do it. And the best news is we're coming here to you live from a brand new PC setup. Isn't that exciting? Hi guys, MrSpaceman reporting for duty, and welcome back to the most exciting episode on this channel after the Champions League finals that we've been to, and actually a Champions League win. And if you have no idea what I'm talking about, how did you end up here? There's like 80 episodes in. I mean, to be fair, I was like 10 episodes since the win, but hey-ho. If you've managed to find your place here, hit that subscribe button and then go back and rewatch all 80 videos. Imagine if I did like a massive release combining every single episode. That would be too much. I won't do it. But anyways, we are taking on Barcelona today. Because of course it has to be Barcelona. You know, this is a dodgy team for us. As you will remember, we have never won against them. We've lost 3-0 against them and technically drawn twice, 1-1 and then 1-1. And one of those 1-1s actually cost us a Champions League trophy on penalties. It's awful, but we've learned. We've played much better since then. And we are back again as defending champions fighting in the Champions League quarterfinal. So if we manage to win this game today, we will probably be playing, I think, one of the teams we've faced before. It's going to be either Real Madrid or Bayern Munich, which is quite exciting. But a quick update on other scores is that Porto has beat Chelsea 4-2, which is wild. And Paris Saint-Germain has beaten United 4-1, which is also quite wild. But yeah, I think we're as ready as we can be. We're only missing 2 players for this game, and both of them should be back for the next game anyways. Edison Bolaños is out for 1 to 5 days, which should be fine. And Valentin Barco is going to be back quite soon. He's coming back to training tomorrow. So hopefully in the game against IMT, he can come back to fitness a little bit and then be available for the Barcelona game. But to be fair, so far, my hopes are quite high. We have a good tactic here. We have players playing the best they've ever played. Like Lachlan Deans is on 21 goals, playing a 7.67 average rating. Sasa Srenic is somehow still the GOAT that he is. Lucas Gabriel, well, he's not going to start today, so it doesn't really matter. And apart from that, we're just scoring the best and conceding the least. That is absolutely insane. And don't forget, we were the best team in the Champions League this year. And I hope that actually means something. But yeah, I'm excited to test myself out against Barcelona today. As you will know, Javi is still the manager. He's still kicking about. He's still winning trophies. And he likes to play a 4-2-2-2, which means there's going to be lots of players in that midfield role, which means that potentially players will be kind of overwhelmed. We literally have one holding midfielder. So what does this mean for us? Are we going to address this in any way, or are we just going to panic? Well, to answer your question, of course we're going to try and address it. I am not stupid. I mean, you will say that the tactic looks exactly the same. I will tell you to open your eyes and take a look, because Teklak and Srenic are playing inverted wingback roles with the idea that they will come into the midfield to come and help out a little bit. Hopefully this will help the crazy outnumbering of players in the midfield. You know, you're playing a 4-2-2-2. That's a lot of players going against Villagra. But at the same time, this tactic has worked well for us, especially in games where we weren't playing against a counter-attacking team. We're playing against a possession-heavy team. So hopefully this means that we can actually use this and absolutely outplay them. And by the way, this suggestion was not my idea. I wish I could take credit for it. It is my assistant manager that's kicking about and offering lots of good advice. And if you want to help me out, don't forget, Discord's available, YouTube comments are always available, and my Instagram is also available for a chat. Sometimes I'm good at answering, sometimes I'm really, really bad. Yeah, I will get better, guys. Look, a new PC will help me, okay? I promise. But for today's game, we're taking on Barcelona with this team. We have Ederson in goal. We have Lukeba and Zabarni. Very good center backs, by the way. As you can see, a 5-star and a 5... Well, no, 4.5, okay. I thought it was 5-star. Srenic on left-hand side on 4 stars. Villagra and Teklak on 5 stars, pretty much. That's really, really good. And Ciso, Deans, and Pradanovic, probably, you know, the 2 wingers are a bit of the weaker players on my team. And up front, the legends of Viveiros and the legends of Milovanovic will be leading the line, hopefully, to some sort of glory. We are playing away, which is slightly worrying. So we do need to be kind of careful about it, because we tend to play a little bit meh in away games, especially, as you will remember, something like this happened in the previous episode on Friday, which I hope you enjoyed, by the way. Yeah, it was a 4-3 result against Tottenham, as you will obviously remember. And then we switched to a home team, and then we destroyed the heck out of Tottenham. And to be fair, 4 goals were scored after extra time, so I guess it doesn't really count that much. But what has happened since then? Well, I've obviously told you about a 10-0 result against Voždovac, which was quite nice, or Voždovac, sorry. But the game after that is hilarious, because we almost lost our very first game in the save against Crvena Zvezda, and I wasn't recording. And it took a 95th minute penalty from Saldania to save us from absolutely losing this game. 95th minute, guys, in a game where we completely outplayed them. And once again, this man right here, Albion, who's actually injured, which is hilarious, has kept us at bay until Saldania was the hero that we needed. Absolutely insane. But after that, we returned back to top tier gaming. We beat Vojvodina 5-0 with goals from Serenec, Saldania again, Lachlan Deans and Julio Enciso. I'm giving penalties to Saldania and not Gabriel. I'm sorry, but I want Saldania to be the top scorer for a very long time. Although, to be fair, probably Milovanovic and Villagra will overtake him. But at the same time, let the guy live. Next game, Novi Pazar 3-0. Shikayev with a double. This guy can cook. And Leonardus Teklak with a singular goal. This game, if you were late by 15 to 20 minutes, you missed everything that happened. Because, yeah, the goals were scored quite early and then nothing of interest happened later. However, Yavor game was very, very interesting because there was lots of goals at the start, lots of goals in the middle, and lots of goals at the end. And by lots of goals, I mean just the one. I mean, to be fair, goals from Saldania and Tanko happened in the last 10 minutes. So quite exciting there, but a 3-5 result against Yavor was a little bit scary. And yeah, I mean, the squad was kind of rotated. We played Augusto, Beas played, Kovacic played, Kravchenko played, Esteval's coming back from injury, Shukayev played. Mitrovic actually scored, which is nice, and obviously Saldania with a double because the guy is a goat. But this is going to be your team. Like I said before, we're going to take on Barcelona. I am stalling for time. I am aware of this. All right, my Partizan brethren. We are playing against Barcelona, and this time Javi knows how to beat us. He is playing in a 4-3-3. He is no longer playing in the 4-2-2-2 formation that has been absolutely crazy for us and against us. And he is resorting to a 4-3-3, which hopefully these 2 introductions will kind of outplay him because he's tried to outplay me. And the question is, will I outplay him? Interesting. I am curious what's going to happen. It's an exciting game. We're playing at Camp Nou, which is absolutely wild. It's a beautiful stadium. I've been there and I want to watch a game there one day. But in this universe, I've played them so many times. Lachlan Deans will take a free kick, but will it matter? He is not, unfortunately, Vivieros. He is, well, in fact, he is himself and he missed. But as always, this is how it works. We miss free kicks unless it doesn't matter. By the way, the game will look a little bit different because I'm messing around with resolutions. I'm messing around with kind of the placement of things. So please tell me in the comments what you think of it. I will try and tweak until I find something perfect. And then one day we will get to a perfect thing. But hopefully I've increased the graphics a bit and it looks nice. But, you know, tell me in the comments what you think as Vitor Roque will counterattack and Ferran Torres will have a shot on goal. And whilst I was talking about how the game looks, Ferran Torres was actually playing the damn game. And it's 1-0 down to Barcelona so early on. One counterattack down the left-hand side. Unfortunately, cooked us a little bit. Perdanovic should have been a bit more careful. Villagra should have been there covering. I don't know why he's gone to mark Vitor Roque. He should have been in this position. And beautiful finish from Ferran Torres out of all people, man. The guy, no offense, is not very good. And yet he just scored. Am I salty? Oh yes, a hell yes I am. Another chance, and this time it's on Koundé. He finds someone called Pierantoni, which I don't know who that is. Ferran will jump up again, but Teklak will get the ball from him. Man, if Ferran Torres scores a header, I will cry. But a ball comes into Pedri, and it goes sailing just wide. This is alarm bells all over the place, but in terms of stats, it looks okay. Like, they've had a good chance, and that's kind of it. So let's not panic too early. But yeah, the match momentum has kind of been in our favor, actually. Ooh. Yeah. What? We should be cooking better than we are. Maybe that's the Javi ball now. Maybe he just wants to park the bus against us. I don't know. As they have Colville. They signed a Chelsea player, Colville. Man, I don't understand. They will be playing on the counterattacks. Interesting. I think Javi actually knows how to play against me, as Vitor Roque will run down the right-hand side. We have enough players back, and hopefully this means that we do stop this attack. Unfortunately, we don't, as Deans loses the ball again. Balde's in the middle. De Jong is there. Castello will pick it up. De Jong just gets it again, and this time Lockie Deans will run away. Send the ball to Milovanovic. He's rapid. He finds him. Not enough pass to the feet. Bad pass, but I thought Lachlan Deans was leaving it for Vivieros. Unfortunately, it looks like he just overran as they counter a counter, and Lamine Yamal is going to cook down the right-hand side. Serenic doesn't want to run. Vitor Roque will jump for the header. Teklak will clear. The ball is still with Vitor Roque. The highlight is continuing. The players are cooking. This is interesting football, but unfortunately it's going against us. As Villagra steps over the ball, he forgets it. Vitor Roque scores against his Brazilian keeper, and he scores his 30th goal of the season. Vitor Roque scored 30 goals. Are you mad? Are you mad? First of all, let's look at what the hell was Villagra doing. That was a shitty touch. This guy is coming off straight away. Serenic is playing awful as well. So I know the two players are coming off. Oh my god. What? This was... Oh, that could have been... But he wasn't passed to. Why is that an offside shout? All we need to do is not concede 3 goals before halftime, because it didn't feel like we deserve it, but a lot of our players are playing absolutely awful. As Balde puts in a very strong cross, it goes all the way to Pierre Toni, who finds Frankie de Jong, who's somehow at the club. Pedri finds Ferran Torres, who is going to score 2 goals against us. No, he hits the post, and alarm bells are in fact ringing. Okay, the first half was an absolute failure. But despite the goals of the... Oh, wait. We are the team in white. Yeah, we are the team in white. I completely did not clock that because it looked like... Yeah, okay, fair enough. But yeah, let's tell the boys what was that. This was awful. And I think we need to actually think of subs like right now because it's not working. We're playing awful. And the first sub I'm doing is putting Cesar Augusto on the left-hand side as an inverted wingback because Serenic is playing like crap. In terms of other players, I am taking off Villagra because this was a disaster class of a performance. He's failed on 2 occasions to stop a counterattack. And well, it's 2-0. So yeah, he needs to do much better than this. And Goran Perdanovic is not doing well at all. So I'm going to give Estevao a run out because it can't get worse than this. The first half was trash. Do we go back to a more normal formation or do we make any other changes? I don't know. I'm going to go shorter. I'm going to... dribble, I don't even know at this rate. I'm going to keep this the way it is. Maybe go a bit more narrow to kind of cut down a bit of space in the middle, and maybe go fully narrow. Is that even... Yeah, fully narrow. That will do a little bit better. That way, you know, all our players are more condensed, I think. But the fact that we're getting bullied in this position here is kind of worrying. Although, to be fair, it's Yamal. He's very good. Well, just like the saying goes, sometimes your opponent is having a better day. No, they're not cheating. They're just a bit better on the day. I wish I could just blame Barcelona for cheating because, you know, they're known for these things, but maybe they bribed my players. I don't know. That's kind of the best thing I can come up with. Potentially, we are just needing to kind of tweak this tactic over and over again to find the golden medium between bullying teams and getting bullied ourselves. I mean, it is hard to have players there, but as you can see, Teklak and Augusto were in the... Augusto, there we go. I did say his name right. Did kind of drop in the middle, which is good to see. But Enciso is having the game of... Well, this kind of game is why he was released from Brighton, is, let's put it this way. But beautiful passing in the middle. Milovanovic finds Estevao, who will not get to it, unfortunately. Balde will collect, but it is looking a bit nicer. But the fact that, look how easy they are playing us is kind of worrying. Lots of players are not looking good at all, as Frankie de Jong will run at our defense. We need to step up and stop him. We're not going to, but Ederson... Okay. Let's not watch this because my brain hurts from what just happened. We need to make changes, and we need to make changes now. In the first changes, I'm going to put Gilson on here and drop them back to the back 4. And I think I'm going to drop Deans in the middle as an advanced playmaker, if not a Mazzala on attack. That way we have a little bit more, I guess, players there. And on this side, players are just not cooking. The 4 trequartistas sometimes disappear. And unfortunately, today's the day for it. And I'm going to do something that is probably going to bite me in the ass. Where is my favorite player, Zdravkovic? Here he is. I'm going to put him up front as an advanced forward and put Milovanovic on the left-hand side. Do I have enough subs? No, that's pretty much it. Okay, the players are going to be a little bit worried. This is not good at all. But hopefully we can rescue some goals because as you remember, last game was a bit weird as well. And if we can get 1 or 2 goals back, we could be okay. I'm huffing copium like crazy and I do appreciate this. But, you know, if we get 1 or 2 goals back, surely we can outscore Barcelona at home as Gilson refuses to lose the ball. He says as he loses the ball. And the ball will go over to Vitor Roque. It can be a 4th one. Thankfully, it isn't. It looked offside as well. But, you know, let's say that wasn't it. But yeah, they're playing crazy good against us. And I think we have been entirely found out. This game was absolutely cursed from the beginning. As Milovanovic will put a cross in, Rafa Luis will get to it. We just need one chance, one opportunity, and then hopefully a second one straight after. As Estevao, who's come back from injury, will make a run at Gilson, who will launch the ball to Viveiros, take the ball down, bring it down, finish it. The ref is not going to put his flag up, but the actual good man will. I think that is offside. I think the game hates me. The game does not hate me. Okay. Like I said, we're back into it. And Gilson, out of all the players, with a spark of creativity, finds Viveiros, who one-touch finishes. And Ter Stegen should have done better. But oh my god, this is an awful game that did not start well. And I feel like we need to address it earlier. Thankfully, the man was not the man and he messed up and gave us a little bit of space. We need to chase all the way to the end. Let's demand one more freaking time. If it goes to 3-2, we have a chance. If it doesn't, well, it's time to pray and we might be actually knocked out here, as I think we are. Okay, 3-1. 3-1 and we got outplayed. We need to think now. Oh boy. I think, and I'm going to be honest here, Javi outplayed me completely. Destroyed, absolutely smashed. Especially considering the fact that they had lots of chances there. To be fair, I could have complained. I could have said that all their chances meant nothing. But at the same time, I mean, we had 3 errors. So I don't really know, but they've had way more chances to play. So I don't really know what to do about this. Right, we have a game of IMT in between here to play. And then we have Barcelona to play again, this time at home. I'm going to make some changes for sure. But I think we need to worry a little bit about being countered. Maybe I just need to play full like fast pace. Something just all the way heavy metal football, no short passing, just launch the ball forward and try to get the ball to the players up front. So there's only one way to really stop Barcelona, and that is to steal Mbappe. Or at least, according to our assistant manager, we already have Mbappe, and that's Saldana. So now the question is, do I take what he says seriously and start Saldana against Barcelona after we lost them 3-1 just a second ago? Are we that crazy? The answer may surprise you, but it is actually no. He's not going to be starting. He will be on the bench. We'll use him when we need him. And it's kind of weird. He's one of our top scorers, regardless of the fact that he doesn't do well in Champions League games. But here we are, folks. And I think what we're going to do is that we're going to go playing more direct and more expressive. That's it. Just fully abuse what we have and try and cook in any way we can. We're gonna go narrow once again, try and use this thing that we've created last time. I think this will work. Maybe potentially Augusto will be a slightly more defensive-minded inverted wingback, maybe just to kind of stop players a bit. But I'm thinking stick Teklak here. Villagra has disappointed me crazily, and Teklak is in a very, very good run of form. So I'm gonna stick him in a deep lying playmaker, pray to everyone that he does well. And here is our starting lineup. And the only other change apart from that is Lukeba has been moved to a stopper. So we have 2 stoppers now. We're going to keep tweaking. We're going to keep trying to make this tactic work. And one day it will. I mean, I guess another change is Barco's on the left-hand side. We got Cesar Augusto on this side. Maybe even something like this. Put Barco on a bit of a support. And Augusto on defend. Because if Yamal plays there, we can abuse that. I think so. But like, not abuse it, but like, we can be mindful of Yamal here. yeah, I think they'll be quite much better. But yeah, here's going to be our starting lineup. Ederson in goal, Lukeba and Zabarni together, Cesar Gusto as an inverted wing back on defend, Teklak in the middle as a deep line playmaker, Barco on the right hand side this time, the man will play anywhere for me, as an inverted wing back, Bolaños, Deans and Estevao in the attacking trio, and all the way up front will be Vivieros and Milovanovic. And like we said in the last episode, let's critique this man. Let's tell him that he's shit. Vivieros, you're really bad. Milovanovic, you are really, really, really bad. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention, we actually had an okay intake this year. We haven't had any good intakes for the past few years, but this one is actually okay. There are some decent players here. Sead Husic looks decent to me. I think he's fine. He's got a decent future, but he's a goalkeeper and we have plenty of young players. I mean, Vasil Todor, do I need to bring anything up against him? No, not really. He's just brave and determined. That's pretty much it. Zoran Rankovic is a bit of the same. Nothing exciting here. And I am working my way up to the very top because Vitaly Murichev looks quite good. He's going to be a wing back on the right-hand side. He will play on the left-hand side. He will play as the, well, what's it called? Wing back on the right as well. And he's got both feet. And he's promising. Is there anything else I need to tell you guys about him? I mean, the only issue is that he's not really strong. And he's not very versatile, which we will absolutely train out of him. But it looks quite good. He's already a first league standard player, which is nice. The only downside is that he's not a Serbian international until he plays 67 games. So hopefully next year we will play him a little bit more, maybe even put him in the squad right now, like move to senior squad and then make him available for under 19s. That way he can kind of train a little bit and enjoy his life. But apart from that, have this guy to look out for. He's going to be hopefully a future right back because I haven't had any good intakes in forever. Oh man, this is the game where I need my big game players. I need Deans, I need Milovanovic, I need Vivieros to cook. And as we had before, Bolaños and Vivieros, you're bad. Hope you do better. Okay, Barcelona. Okay, Barcelona has gone back to their 4-2-2-2, which now makes me wonder, do we need to make some changes? Because, I mean, sure, the inverted wingbacks will be useful because we need to have 3 people in the midfield, but also they can abuse us on the wings anyways, because obviously those 2 advanced midfielders will kind of do this. I don't know, but it's kind of weird that Javi tried one tactic, it worked, and then he went back to the original one, which is very weird to see. But maybe because I'm not a big game manager and I haven't won as much as Javi, I don't know what I'm cooking. But maybe, depending on the way this result goes, I will be the big game manager. As Estevao finds Teklak, who scores a goal in the first minute. Well, first minute, first highlight, first minute, 12th minute. First goal for Leonardo Teklak in this game. The man is doing the jig. I am completely lost. I was in La La Land. I was thinking of other things. I was thinking of what to do if we're going to lose this game. And unfortunately for, I guess, Javi, Teklak does not want to lose. 1-0 early on, no possession. But we have all the chances. Is it just enough for me to just run as hard as we can and cook? Is this what we need to do? I mean, we need to be careful though, because there's a lot of players in this midfield and there's a lot of players out here. I do potentially need to think, what the hell was that pass? Milovanovic, finish around the keeper. Milovanovic, our big game keepers, Deans, Lockie Deans. Freaking hell. Lockie and Milovanovic, no freaking way, boys. Oh my God, I've called for them. They have been summoned. They've answered my calls. Lachlan Deans dropped low, found a perfect through ball for Milovanovic, and he has taken patience. He's taken his time and he's finished. Ter Stegen could do nothing. 2-0 and it's the 20th minute. Keep going. Let us cook. Gung-ho football kind of works. Although, to be fair, if we don't defend our lead, we will absolutely be cooked though, as Edinho will find Teklak, who is on form today, 7.3, and it's only the beginning. Vivieros will find Milovanovic in lots of space. He will find Barco in lots of space. He will find Estevao, who finds Deans, who finds the back of the freaking net. Lachlan Deans. Guys, what is this formation? This is insanity. No defense, only attack. And I think if it works, it works. If it doesn't work, oh boy, it doesn't work. And by the way, just a quick thing. I did tweak it to balance because I was worried that we're giving them lots of chances to counter. So maybe that's the big difference here. By going a bit more defensively, we can go more attacking. What? Although, to be fair, this could be all written off by a single cross from Yamal and a finish by someone else. Although Milovanovic will get to it, we need to press out, like, now. And Viveiros runs away from position, so although, to be fair, that's Estevao. Koundé will run at Augusto, who finds Ederson. Just needs to be a little bit careful. Launches the ball as far as the human eye can see. The man should be launching, like, I don't even know, like NASA rockets at this rate with his foot. I feel like they fly somewhere. Rafa Luis finds Pedri in lots of space, who finds Edinho, who finds the back of the net. And I guess all our hype and excitement is reset. Although, to be fair, the score is reset as well. So we can start playing, we can start cooking. Augusto, though, is definitely not cooking. This guy always disappears in the biggest of games. So I'm worried about what that means for me. Why the hell is he so bad? But a good goal from Edinho and it's 3-1. I mean, just before we reach halftime, looking at the match momentum, we do seem to have it, but the game does not respect that. The game will have 2 counterattack goals, and that will be Barcelona. They'll be happy, although Estevao will try not to lose it, but Rafael Luis is just too good. And Estevao is even better. He doesn't care. Ederson, though. Please, guys, be careful. We are 1 counterattack away from a comeback, and players are flying in, trying to get their tackles in. We need to be a bit harsher. Vitor Roque finds some space. He's going to turn. He's going to run at Augusto, who finds it deep. Jesus Christ. Oh, my God. Augusto. Like, do we always have issues with fullbacks? Is that, like, well, you know when you're bored and you're drawn like I don't even know, man. Like, this is going to be your destiny. Was this my destiny? Did my parents know this when they're, were raising me back home and like, you know what? My son is going to be managing Partizan against Barcelona and his issue will always be fullbacks. Especially left-sided fullbacks. Like, hello? Is this Ait Nouri reincarnate? I need to ask my parents. Maybe that's exactly what happened, but we need to keep pushing. 3-1 is not bad, but at the same time, Cesar Augusto is bad. So I'm going to take off Serenic on instead of him, and I'm going to put Serenic as an inverted wingback on support. And I didn't see that our best player on the pitch right now is Estevao, who is currently injured, which sucks. So I'm going to play Enciso instead. I'm going to switch Bolaños for... Am I going to switch Bolaños for him? He doesn't know how to play. Can Bolaños play in the middle? He can. That's actually a very interesting thing to do. I'm going to switch players around. Hopefully that will confuse the defense. Put Lockie Deans on the right-hand side and put Bolaños down the middle. That should be enough. Juan David Viveiros is playing like trash, but you know what that means. Please, my hope is to have a highlight of him scoring right now. Although we've had a highlight with him and he kind of kicked off. Is that what I wanted? Sure. Lachlan Deans, Zabarni. I mean, man, the point of these highlights is the fact that they lead to something, but at the same time, they never lead to anything. Kickoff highlights suck and they don't do anything. He's trying to work his way into freaking trouble, isn't he? Yes, I am. I'm doing my best to have them score against us in the first 30 seconds of the game. Serenic finds Enciso, though, who finds Edinho, who finds, again, Enciso, who finds Milovanovic, and Viveiros. No way. This is funny. No, this is funny. You criticize the guy literally a second, click continue, and he scores again. 4-1 against Barcelona, and this way of motivation just works. It just freaking works, man. What the hell is going on in this universe? Come on! Ederson, though, is going to play it out from the back to Zabarni, and our back two are kind of doing okay. And unfortunately, Teklak makes his rare mistake, and Castello Jr. will help. Milovanovic, though, will find Deans, and hopefully the fact that Barcelona are chasing means we have lots of gaps to play against. That being said, though, Lachlan Deans misplaced a pass. Pedri, though, will run away. How is he outpacing Barco? I don't think Pedri's that fast. Rafael Luis finds Piratoni, who finds Lamine Yamal, and are we back to... No, we're not. That was a save. Oh my god, I was going to say we're back to equal footing. Oh my god, Lamine Yamal, bro. Like, come on. I wonder how good he is in this universe. Is he 200 PA? Is he the lowest he can be? I don't really know, but Lamine Yamal is a goat, and thankfully, he fucked up that pass. We just need to be careful because Barcelona are on the back. We need to maybe think about dropping our players back because they are cooking, and Rufner finds Pedri, hits the post. We are survivors. We are surviving, and I think with that out of the way, we drop players into their normal positions. And I think one of those players will be Lachlan Deans. Right, let's be careful. Let's kind of chill out a little bit and maybe put deep lying playmaker Deans, and let's put a ball-winning midfielder of Teklak, who's kind of tired. So I'm going to actually put on Martel, who's pretty much our only, I guess, ball-winning midfielder. Kikachad himself will cook. And apart from that, we're doing okay. Maybe even drop to proper fullbacks or wingbacks, I guess, in this case. Barco will not be able to, though, so I'm going to give him an inverted wingback role. That will help, hopefully. But apart from that, we're doing okay. I just need to be a bit more mindful about these random counterattacks. Maybe even go cautious? Is this something I need to do? Is this something that I've been trying to do now in this case? I don't know. I've seen the momentum. It doesn't look good. Gigachad, though, almost gets to it. And will it be enough? Lachlan Deans, look at the left. He finds Milovanovic on the left-hand side. Can you create something? Milovanovic, Dusan, finds Enciso. Can you do something? Can you cause a penalty maybe? No, he waits for outside the box to be tackled. Okay, professional player. He finds Vivieros though. Overhead kick? No, it's too ambitious. Okay, they will have a counterattack. Barco, come back. I taught you to be lower. Come back, come back. Cover. Okay, Vitor Roque will run away. Is this a counterattack? Is this gonna cost us? Vitor Roque, don't bring him down. He's alone. Finds Balde, who is going to line up a shot, and Bolaños gets it. He tracks back Rufiner. No clue who he is. Rafael Luiz. He passes it back to Kunde. I am just praying here. We are playing cautious. We are parking the bus. We're winning 4-1, but we're parking the bus. And Ederson, big game player, big game man. He comes up clutch when it's needed. And oh my God, they're going more attacking. We need to be mindful. We need to be careful. And Milovanovic needs to run up and create something. What can you do, my friend? He finds Pedri. He finds Pedri. We can't. He brings him down, though. Look at him, he knows what it means to be a Partizan player. Just FYI, I didn't mean that Partizan players foul. I just mean that, you know, he knows how to stop a counterattack. Anyways, before someone calls me out on this, I'm going to put on some players on. I'm going to put on Villagra instead of Lockie Deans, who's done good this game, but I just need him to chill out a little bit. I'm also going to take off... Milovanovic or Bolaños? I'm gonna take off Bolaños and put on Saldana on the right hand side, which will be the last thing we do. I think we don't have the personnel to make more subs, but hopefully we did do enough in the first half, and Vivieros being criticized did help us in the the start of the second half. That is crazy. Time will trickle away. Is it going to be enough? We did it, boys. We absolutely did it. No way. The best part is, I literally just said, Vivieros, you shit, and Vivieros scored. I love this man. He's going to be my favorite player of the save. Oh boy. This tactic is going to kill me. And I think I'm going to just have a heart attack. So let's just go to the next day and see what happens and who we're going to face. It's exciting. Oh my God, guys. We cooked 4-1 at home. Somehow. I have no idea how. And we're facing Real Madrid. Oh my God, we're facing Real Madrid. I am so unlucky. But then again, it was Real Madrid or Bayern. So, you know, what's going to happen here? What did actually happen? Okay, so it was a 3-6 on aggregate game. So it's quite close between them. But Real Madrid were the clear winners. Now, I am just curious. What will be the score for these guys? I'm curious to see what the second semifinal will be. Let's skip a game, but first let me look at my inbox, as Javi is unhappy, poor guy, and Estevao is injured again, which absolutely sucks. Oh my God, we make lots of money, and once again we're in the semi-final. Oh my God, if we beat Real Madrid, I think the other bracket is quite simple, but we will see who the other bracket is though. Okay, so 1-0 victory for United was not enough to beat Paris Saint-Germain, but Porto knocked out Chelsea. So I think it's going to be it's going to be Porto versus Paris Saint-Germain, and it's going to be Partizan versus Real Madrid. We're once again somehow in this late stages, and pretty much every single game is tough. What the hell is this? Sure, this looks like a 9-6, but at 2 comebacks back to back, are we like the Bayer Leverkusen game? Do we just not want to lose? Is that what happens? I don't know, man, but I feel like we need to think about what to do here. It kind of worked. And we were lucky that we were quite clinical, but it didn't really cook for me well enough. Maybe I need to do something like have an attacking midfield. Why does he have a link? That's quite cool. Maybe I need to have like Lachlan Deans be like the guy in the middle, cooking, being an attacking midfielder. At least there's some focus here so they can actually find some player, because these guys rotate too much. And maybe this will work, but I don't know, man. This is something for me to see. Am I training this? Yes, I am. So I don't even know why some of our players are not used to it. There's lots of gaps everywhere, which is terrifying. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. It was stressful, but we managed to do it, which is absolutely amazing. Every single game is terrifying. Every single game is stressful. And the next game is going to be against Crvena Zvezda, which is weird. But where are we going to see you next? Well, obviously, it has to be the Real Madrid games. And they're going to be nestled in between a Vojvodina game. So 3 games in a week is awful. But hopefully we will be able to play quite well against Crvena Zvezda and other teams around there. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this. Smash that like button if you did. Smash the like button if you find it funny that I have heart attacks every time I play football. Right, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Please tell me in the comments what you thought of the new kind of setup, if the game looks good, all that stuff. I'm trying to tweak, I'm trying to work, I'm trying to fix things for you guys. And I'll see you guys in the next freaking episode, which will be the Real Madrid game. Oh my god, we're kind of... I think if we win this game, there's a chance that on Monday, we will have a Champions League final. Can we do it? 3 back-to-back finals. Is that possible? Bye, guys.